The Happy Prince by Oscar Wilde. High above the city on a tall column stood the statue of the Happy Prince. He was gilded all over with thin leaves of fine gold. His eyes were two bright sapphires and a red ruby glowed on his sword hilt. One night there flew over the city a little swallow. His friends had gone to Egypt 6 weeks earlier, but he had stayed behind. After some time, the swallow felt lonely, so he decided to join his friends in Egypt. All day long he flew, and at night he arrived at a city. There he saw the statue of the Happy Prince. "I think I should rest for here tonight. Tomorrow I will fly to Egypt." As the swallow was placing his head under his wings to sleep, a large drop of water fell on him. Then another drop fell. When he was about to fly away for another place, a third drop fell on him and he looked up. Tears were rolling down the golden cheeks of the Happy Prince. The swallow was filled with pity. "Who are you and why are you weeping?" "I am the Happy Prince. When I was alive, I lived in the palace of Sansuki, where sorrow was not allowed to enter. Now I am dead. They have set me up here so high that I can see all the ugliness and misery of the city. My heart is made of lead, yet I weep. It is very cold out here, but I will stay back with you tonight and be your messenger." Far away in a poor house, I see a seamstress. In the corner sits a little boy who has fever. He wants oranges, but she has no money to buy them. "Little swallow, will you give her the ruby from my sword hilt?" The swallow plucked out the great ruby from the Happy Prince's sword hilt. He hopped into the poor house and laid the ruby to the table beside the women's thimble. The swallow flew back to the Happy Prince and told him what he had done. "I feel quite warm now, although it is so cold here." "That is because you have done a great deed. Tonight I go to Egypt. I am so happy. Soon I will be with my folks." However, the Happy Prince wanted him to stay back a little longer. "Dear little swallow, please stay back one more night." "Sorry, it will be too late to reach Egypt if I do not fly now." "All right, I will stay back one more night for you." "Kind swallow, plucked out my eyes. They are made of sapphires. Take one to the young playwright and the another to a poor little match girl. They are starving." "Oh no, I can't do that. You will become a blind then." "Dear bird, please do as I say. They need my help." With a heavy heart, the swallow plucked out the sapphires and gave to the young playwright and the little match girl. "Now you are blind, dear prince, so I will stay with you always." Next day, the swallow sat on the Happy Prince's shoulder and told him all that he had seen in a distant land. The Happy Prince, however, wanted to know something else. "Dear little swallow, you tell me of marvelous things, but what of the sufferings of men and women? Fly over the city, little swallow, and tell me what you see there." So the swallow flew over the city and saw the rich enjoying themselves in their beautiful houses, while the beggars sat at the gates. He saw starving children looking out listlessly. The poor were toiling hard for living, while the rich splurged extravagantly. He flew back and told the prince everything that he had seen in the city. "Dear swallow, please pluck out the gold leaves from my coat and distribute them among the poor. The swallow took the leaves and gave to the poor. The faces of the starving children lit up with happiness. They shouted, "We can have bread now! We can have bread now!" Soon the winter set in. The poor little swallow grew colder and colder, but he did not leave the happy prince even for a moment. The swallow realized he would not live long. He just had enough strength to fly up to the happy prince's shoulder once more. He kissed the happy prince and fell down dead at his feet. The prince's heart snapped right into two. Next morning, the mayor, while walking in the square with the town councillors, spotted the shabby statue. "Such a shabby statue! How ugly it looks! Pull it down at once!" The statue was melted in furnace. The foundry worker threw the heart on a dust heap where the dead swallow lay. "What a strange thing! This broken lead heart has not melted in the furnace." In the heaven, God summoned one of his chosen angels. "Dear angel, bring me the two most precious things in the city." "Sure, I will." The angel brought two the most precious things, the broken leaden heart and the dead bird. "You have chosen rightly. In my garden of paradise, this little bird sings forever, and in my city of gold, the happy prince shall praise me." So, dear friends, through the story, we can learn if we use our life for others, then the God will choose us. Then we will be chosen by the angel and we can have a place in the God's paradise. Thank you. Thank you very much.